Your mental health can be just as important as your physical health, and the DHR Health Behavioral Hospital provides individualized, short-term, and solution-oriented treatment options for children, adolescents, adults, and seniors. Today, we spoke with the medical director at the DHR Health Behavioral Hospital, Dr. Jose Igoa, who tells us just like we get diseases in our lungs or heart, the brain is no exception.
So we have a brain, and brain suffers from different illnesses that are actually very common. I mean, we have amongst them illnesses such as anxiety disorders, probably the most prevalent, depression, the second one, and then other ones that are still very common but not as common as the other ones, such as schizophrenia, bipolar disorder, dementias in the elderly, and even children that have attention deficit disorders and autism, for example.
Dr. Igoa tells us mental illness can affect everyone in one way or another.
We see it in children with attention deficit disorders, with conduct disorders, with autism. We see in adolescents with depressions, but also with a lot of substance abuse in adult population. We see pretty much all the illnesses: anxiety, panic disorder, depression, schizophrenia, bipolar disorder, and the elderly also, where we see dementias, deliriums, and depressions. So very common. I mean, so some illnesses are extremely frequent. For example, if we think of depression, the lifetime prevalence of depression is about 20%. So as we walk the streets of our city, 1 out of 5 people that we see has had it, has it, or will have it.
Dr. Igoa explains there are a lot of factors that contribute to the cause of mental illness, and cases vary from patient to patient.
A lot of the illness is a combination of things. So we have certain illnesses that are very genetic, that there's a genetic predisposition that run in families. For example, schizophrenia, we see bipolar disorder, they're very, very genetic, attention deficit disorders. Some other illnesses are, you have a genetic predisposition maybe precipitated by stress. Some are entirely stress related, like post-traumatic stress disorder, acute stress disorders. And it's a combination of factors. So it's not uncommon that we have somebody that can have a genetic predisposition and then has a stressful situation, and then that's triggered the illness. And once the illness is there, it kind of gets life of its own, and stays there a lot of times until it's treated.
Dr. Igoa explains DHR Health has a team that consists of psychiatrists, nurses, counselors, therapists, and case managers to help treat mental illness.
DHR Health Behavioral Hospital, that we do assessments, and we see people on a daily basis there.
So don't wait. For more information, call 956-362-4357 or visit dhrhealth.com.